I firmly believe that if you don't make things easy to use, then we're less likely to use them at all. What do I mean by this? Well, let's find out. Hello everyone, Taku here, and I hope you're doing well. So about a few years ago, I bought myself this Manfrotto 504X fluid head, thinking that I would do a lot more birds in flight shots or panning videos. And it's a great head, it works really well with my gear. The only problem, I never had a tripod that was built specifically for these fluid heads. Now, for those of you who own fluid heads, you probably know what I mean. This fluid head here does a great job of panning left and right and tilting up and down. But if you look closely, you'll notice that this fluid head doesn't have the ability to level itself. Now, this key point here is very important. Let's take my current setup here. I have my Gitzo tripod legs here, the Gitzo ball head here, and if I put my camera on top here, I have full flexibility and ability to level my camera with this ball head so I can take perfectly level photos. This bubble leveler here helps a lot, and I don't need to adjust the tripod legs in order to get a proper leveled balance. So now I've switched my Gitzo ball head with the 504X fluid head, so you can see how I can still pan and tilt up and down, but now I've lost the ability to level my camera right from my head itself. Now, if you look through my viewfinder here, you can see how things are not level right there. So what I used to do, and I still do, is actually adjust the legs ever so slightly, something like that, so that it is now level. Now this is very time consuming, but it still works. Now this is the case only because I'm using a tripod specific for photography. Now video specific tripod is slightly different because it has something that's called a half bowl. Videographers use this half bowl to level their cameras. So when I bought this fluid head, I really didn't think I needed that half bowl. But the more I started using this fluid head, I realized that the more work I needed to use the fluid head, the less likely I was actually going to use the fluid head. Isn't that always the case? Now, I could have just easily bought myself a video head and a half bowl, and I actually did research it at the time. A new Gitzo video-centered tripod and half bowl would have set me back about 1,500 Canadian dollars. And I really didn't see any other alternatives at the time until a couple weeks back where I found this little gadget from Sunwayfoto. So this is a half bowl adapter meant to be put on a regular tripod. And why I didn't see this when I was first researching is beyond me, but I'm super glad that I was able to find this now. So all I have to do now is put this adapter onto my tripod, just like that, and then put this fluid head onto the adapter. And just like that, now I have the ability to level this fluid head directly without having to adjust the legs. This saves so much time, is so much easier to do, and 100% makes me want to use this fluid head a lot more now.
So what is this Sunwayfoto adapter? There are a few models of this. I bought the LB-75R, the smaller version that holds less weight since my setup isn't as heavy as a full video camera rig. This version has a 15 kilogram or 33 pound load capacity. The half bowl can be adjusted up to 15 degrees in all directions. I also bought the version with a panning base so that I can make use of this even if I add a head without its own panning base. The screw knob is pull adjustable so that it can be easily tightened even if there's something obstructing the knob itself. So far it works really well. The half bowl locks in all directions so it's firm, allowing you to make fine adjustments really easily. Just twist this middle part and it locks the bowl in place, and there's really no moving the fluid head at this point. The base has a standard 3/8 inch mount that should fit most tripod legs. The top has a 1/4 inch mount stud and a bubble level.
I can't believe it took me so long to find something like this, but now you know it exists as well. Do you use a fluid head or a tripod? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.